What's up? Okay. That's actually not bad. Welcome everybody to this episode of Benny on the Beat. Let's start this video out with a car update.
I'm good.
As you can see, it's good. Moving on. What the heck is this thing? It's sitting on my desk. Did one of you guys send me this? So a few comments from last week's video. Wild Brumby. I'm thinking Mrs. Fuzz should be wearing the Gauls tactical trousers in the Fuzz family home. You know what I think of that comment? Gauls does make some awesome tactical pants though. If you guys didn't see last week's video, I promise there's one part you'll definitely want to see. Jonathan Shade. Love your channel. Have you ever had to deal with a police impersonator? Jonathan, there's probably been a call or two in my past where someone was trying to act like a cop, but nothing like big. No one that's like decked out a car with lights and everything like that. Daniel Lovell, hey buddy, does your coworkers know you don't know how to use battery charger? Laugh out loud. Daniel, I want you to look me in the eye. I don't know where you're getting your information from. I know how to use a battery charger, all right? Don't believe everything you see on the internet. That clip was just movie magic for your entertainment.
Magic.
Heather, when you return complainants calls, is your number blocked? You better believe it, Heather. I don't want you crazy people calling me back. Forget about it. I usually do the *67 thing on my phone if you didn't know about that. *67 blocks the number. It shows restricted or blocked or something like that when I call people. Back to blue. I know you're not a canine officer, but when a dog bites a suspect, how do you protect the dog from any drugs or diseases in those suspects? I'm good at reading.
How you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Well, that is, of course, assuming that suspects have diseases and drugs in their bloodstream. We can't just assume that. But if they did, actually, that's a really good question. I think dogs just, I don't think it goes science.
Yes, science.
Holy cats. Oh, great. Holy cats. Should have been a 30-second video because we all know day shifters don't do anything. Your stories are all lies and propaganda. Holy cats, look me in the eye. Right here. Look me in the eye, holy cat.
Nani?
Coral Cape 54. Miss Fuzz definitely gonna slap you. Woman ain't slapping nobody. Oh, speaking of the devil, here she comes. Here comes Mrs. Fuzz. Come here, look at this comment. Right there. Read that. Everybody knows that you wouldn't slap me, right? All right. How about this? Trust exercise. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to close my eyes, and I am going to expect that you're actually going to, I don't know, maybe give me a kiss or something.
It was at this moment that he knew.
God, be kidding me. Well, she hits like a girl. I'm holding you accountable for that one, Coral. And Holy Cats. For whatever reason, I'm blaming you too. Will Brumby. Wait a minute. Will Brumby already had a question. How did he sneak in here twice?
Magic.
Touche, Wild Brumby. Touche. Are your handcuffs assigned to you? How do you retrieve them if sending an arrest to another officer's car? Do you swap cuffs? Yeah, the handcuffs are assigned to us, but they're all the same for the most part. They issue us handcuffs that are standard. Some cops go out and buy their own handcuffs. Like I've seen pink cuffs and purple cuffs and black handcuffs. I don't know why you'd ever spend money on your own. Leave a mark? Picky Nicky 109. Woo! How does the computer in your car get Wi-Fi or internet? Every agency and cop car is going to do this a little bit different. Some people have air cards in their computer, so it just pulls the signal right out of the air like your cell phone. Our department has this super advanced, fantastic idea called a gateway. Don't even try to get me explaining the gateway. It is super advanced. It will absolutely... Basically the same idea. It takes the magic unicorn rays out of the clouds and it jumbles them around and Wi-Fi in the car. That's all I know. James Jim Jam? What kind of a person has a name of James Jim Jam? Did you have lots of calls left over to pass on to swing shift? And if so, do you feel bad knowing what it's like to do swing shift and having that long list at the start of a well, in answer to your first question, James, yeah, sometimes we have lots of calls left over. Sometimes. Because, you know, when we should be handling calls, we're actually... yeah, so, no. No. I don't feel bad. All right, guys, that's all the time we got for questions. We got to get on to the main part of the video and talk about the calls. Talk about what I did this week. So you guys know by now how I start my shifts. I get into work, I have a lineup, we have a briefing on what's been going on in the city, we head out to our cars, we check our equipment, we log on to our computers, and it's off to the races. Yeah, there's not usually calls in the morning, but it does pick up as we start going throughout the day. So the first call I had on this shift was... Oh, we're off to a good start. So this was a medical assist. Wait a minute. That didn't look right. Whoopsie. No. That's not gonna work. AS. That looks better. The information was, person calls 911, tells the dispatcher he has taken too much meth.
Oh no!
Well, you got your acetone, you got your battery acid, you got your household cleaners. I mean, how much is too much? I just figured it's got to be a really bad experience if you're actually going to call the police and tell them that you've had too much meth. So we start heading over with our medical units and firefighters and stuff, and before I got to this call, we got canceled. He called back and said, never mind, I'm good. Don't worry about coming. They still try to get his address so we can come check on him, and he didn't want to give his address. It was a cell phone. Then I got kind of an assault slash mystery. This was, hello?
Hello, brother of mine.
Hey, hola bueno.
I have a favor to ask of thee.
Yeah?
Me and him are gonna go grab a drink from Fizz.
Uh-huh.
And
So what happened was this guy got brought up to the hospital at work. His boss lost track of where he was. He just disappears. He goes out to the back alley and finds him like passed out in the alleyway, except he had a big like bruise on his head, a big bump on his head, was bleeding and stuff, looked like he'd been assaulted or beat up. He brought him in and he couldn't even like speak English. He couldn't even get his words out. He was acting really, really weird. So they call for medical, they go over and check him out, and they recommend, like they usually do, to go up to the hospital. They say that they'll bring him up later. He calls his girlfriend. Like 4 hours later, they end up bringing him up to the hospital. Dude cannot remember anything that happened to him, and he's acting super aggressive, which is totally not normal for him, which is an indicator of some kind of brain injury. So they're thinking he has a really severe concussion or something, and it looks more and more like he got beat up or hit in the head with something. So the girlfriend called us to come up and take a possible aggravated assault report because of the nature of his injuries. There wasn't a lot for me to do on this. I took the information that I had. We're gonna look at video surveillance and other buildings around where they're at and try to see if we can't find like video of a crime or find out. I'm vlogging here. Oh, by the way, totally off topic, but 3 Wolf Moon. If you guys didn't already notice, I haven't worn this shirt forever. And I'm feeling a little slimmer in it. A little more energetic. Yes? Alright, I swear I can't get 2 seconds into this part of the video without getting interrupted with personal stuff. Mrs. Fuzz asked me to go over and pick up my kid from Scouts. I went over and they've got a gym there, a bunch of kids playing Nerf or something like that. I walked in looking like this, and this makes me feel really good. Guy comes over to me and asks if I'm there to play basketball. Walking in, wearing this, and looking, well, he thought I was there to engage in some kind of physical activity. Guess I'm not doing so bad after all, eh? Anyway, can we get this back on track? We're talking police stories, what I did on the job. Seriously. Another riveting day call. This is the type of stuff that you'll never see on Live PD or Cops or any other exciting show. This was a citizen assist. Lady heads off to the airport and she thinks that she may not have shut her door. Back of her house. She might have left it unlocked. So, what are you gonna do? Call the police. Have them go check the door, of course. We're happy to do stuff like that. So we went over and I made sure that the door actually was locked. We actually get a lot of calls like that, just going and doing small little things to help somebody out, and I actually kind of like those. And I made a traffic stop. That's right, thank you. Thank you. Not something that I do much of anymore. I have had my day and time in my career where I did a lot of traffic stops. I'm in a phase where I really don't do traffic stops anymore. I don't write tickets. Got to usually be for something pretty good. This one was at a crosswalk. So in our city, we've got crosswalks with flashing lights. When people go to cross, they will flash red, go solid red, which is like a stoplight. It's like any other red light. After they go through the crosswalk, it'll start to blink red, which if you read the sign that's huge and right there on the lights, tells you that you are supposed to stop, then go once it's clear, if that makes sense. Some of you guys probably have the same thing in your city. So I'm sitting behind this guy and he just goes right on through without ever stopping. He just blows right through it. So I pulled him over, and this was just more of an educational thing. I just wanted to make sure he knew what it was he did wrong, so he didn't get a ticket from another officer somewhere down the road, and just explained it to him. And that's all that I have in my phone. That's all I have written down to talk about. I could have swore I had more calls than that. What am I gonna do with the rest of the time? Well, this is a little embarrassing. And here's the thing. Starting right now, I'm on a temporary assignment where I'm out of patrol for a few weeks and I'm in our department's social media unit. Super cool opportunity, right? I'm excited about it. In fact, today, the day I'm recording this, was my first day in the unit. It just means I'm not going to have any stories, though, to put out on Benny on the Beat. I'll have to figure out a way around that. I might have to go back and tell some cool stories from back earlier in my career and make that a Benny on the Beat episode.
Well, we don't really care.
All right, everybody, remember that I obviously look physically in shape enough to play basketball, apparently. So that is cool. Also remember that I definitely know how to use battery charging cables on a car. I think that's the main takeaways from this video. I think we covered it. Until next time, everybody have a great week and we will see you on the next video.
Hey! Let's go. Bet.